Hi, people. Today we're going to talk about finding our purpose. That's what you want to know about, right?
Yes.
Okay. Now, what do you mean by your purpose?
I mean, okay. You go through life, different jobs, different things,
You mean career path?
Well, not just that. Your purpose in life, why you're here, what draws you to the things, what you should lead up to, either in a career or in your life. How do
Okay,
you know you're on the right
path.
path,
Okay.
pretty much?
Well, I mean, I hate to be a corn plaster, but you're on the right path when you're doing things that feel really awesome. Now, of course, you're going to be uncomfortable with change. So you're not going to feel awesome with the uncomfortableness. But if you could recognize, all right, I feel uncomfortable because I'm doing something I've never done before. So if we could get the fear out of that and just try it on, you're going to try a lot of things on and see what really fits. So maybe now you're supposed to be at where you're at, but that's not, it's not scripted. You want to move with the wind, not like the wind. You don't want to change directions every 5 minutes. You want to go with the way life and spirit is moving you. So a lot of people make life very difficult. It's easy. How do I feel? Does this feel cool? All right, I'm going to try this out. Am I nervous about trying this out? Yes, I am. Is my nervous because I've never done this before? I'm breaking a habit? Then that's a good thing. You don't want to be so stuck to how things were. This is how it's done. This is how my family did it. This is, at 18, then you go to college, and then at 23, you get married. You don't have to do other people's script in their writing. Let them live their life and bless them where they live. But you have to figure out what makes you tick. And right now, it could be architecture. And in a year from now, it could be radio and painting or baking. Who knows? But it doesn't matter because everything's going to be evolving. Now, if you're talking about being financially okay, if you're talking about something that's going to lock you down for the next 30, 25 years for you to get a pension and stuff like that, that's a different conversation, and that's based on fear. I'm afraid life isn't going to support me and take care of me, so I better go get a job at PC Richards. I don't know. I better get a job somewhere that one day I can retire. And as we know, in the crash of 2008, everyone had their jobs, everyone had their 401ks, and everyone lost everything. So you're not going to put your faith in your job. You have to put your faith in you and in God. Nothing is cooler than God, honestly. And however you call it, whatever name you use, putting your faith in yourself and in your heart and in your inner knowing will direct you to the path you're supposed to go on. I didn't know I was going to open a store. It wasn't a childhood dream of mine. Oh, I can't wait to have a store. It happened. I went on a trip. I saw little hippie witchy shops. I said, yeah, and that's what I did. So you don't have to know. What you do have to know is I want to feel good and happy and fulfilled. So try out a million things. See what makes you happy. But being supported, that's life, honey, supporting you. That's your self-worth, what you're going to receive. And we fall. Things are going to happen that's not pleasing to our wallets. We're going to go down and up. It's just the sun and moon. It's happening all the time. Our bank accounts are going to go down and up. The market's going to go down and up. The tides are going to go down and up. Everything is that way. There's a balance and a rhythm to it. So like I said, you want to move with the wind the way it's taking me. And when you're afraid, don't pretend you're not. Be afraid. I'm afraid. Voice it. Own it. Being spiritual doesn't mean you're getting away from fear. It means you're diving deep into it to figure it out. So today, if you're not sure what you want to do in your life, honor that. I'm sure that I'm not sure. And maybe where I am right now, I'm here for a reason, a season, that whole kumbaya. But just be there and recognize now you're open. for something else. And truly, ask the universe where I belong, what I should do. And life is going to meet you right there. You're going to find something, and it'll just happen. One day it could be like, hey, Kenny, you want to run my store for this year? And maybe that's where you belong. Or my girl Abby, who's been with me 17 years. She's ready to move and go do something else. I'm not going to hold her stuck tight. Oh my God, mine. You go where you feel. Like relationships, everything in your life. You don't want to be stuck there by codependence and fear. You want to move because you feel and you trust that your life deserves better than where it's at. You want to rise up to your most high, and you're not going to measure it from somebody else's most high. And what other people do in their life and how they did it, and your parents and everyone else, bless them. That's nice for you. Doesn't mean you have to take that path. You take the path that feels groovy to you, and you change your mind whenever the hot mess time you want to. It really doesn't matter. So some people know when they're born, when they're tiny people. Oh, I want to do this. I want to be a doctor when I get older. I want to be a singer, a musician, an artist. And that's their soul's destiny and purpose. And they're just naturally going that way. And some people change their mind all the time. It's fine. It's really, every single thing is in divine order. And you will never miss out on what is truly your destiny. As long as you're open to you. That's why you have to stay wide awake to how you feel. Don't go away from your feelings. Dive in your feelings. Today I'm feeling pissy, so why am I pissy? And when you're pissy, you're going to see a lot of people that make you pissy more. So then you'll have someone to blame it on. Oh, oh, I was fine. And then this person pissed on my toe, and now I'm pissy. You weren't fine, you were pissy. So we're not going to blame others for our lot in life. Everything is for an unfolding of self. And you want to get to know your most high, which is you. And to recognize we're God's babies, honey. We don't need to, we're the only ones. Only humans feel this lack. Spirit is very abundant. First, while we're on the channel here, count all those leaves on that tree while I sit here. You can't do it. You can't do it. Now, if I had a sparse tree, if it was the dead of winter, that would be an easy thing to do. But that's like our life. It's seasonal, honey. We're going through all different things. And you just have to be awake to it. Don't try to figure everything out right now. You're not at the end of your book. Your happily ever after will happen, and then you'll start a new chapter. It's always going to be that way. You want to propel forward, on and on and on. So we're not blaming other people for our lot in life. We're not judging ourselves. Oh, I should have went to college. I should have been, a contender. I could have been a contender. What you should be doing is honoring how you feel and saying, okay, I'm moving forward. And that's how you want to go. What else, my sweets?
It's funny because you had mentioned fear.
Mm-hmm.
With this. And what if, how do I word this right? Okay. What if sometimes your emotions take over and it is fear, but you don't know how to control it? Or you do control it. You just keep everything bottled up and bottled in.
That's not controlling, honey. That's not controlling. That's lack of control. That means I don't know myself at all. And because I'm afraid to feel what's really happening, I'm going to pretend that, okay, it's not happening. That's called delusion. Feeling the fear, hi, there's fear present, I feel fear right now, means there's something that you're fearing. Go into it. See, so many people don't want to be real with themselves. It doesn't make you better by denying how you feel. And just like affirmations, oh, I'm fine, everything's fine, I'm fine. If you feel fear, you're not fine. So what you are, you're fear-based. So let's go into it. What's making me feel fear? And you figure that out. You have to find out what that is. I mean, I have a business. When my business is slow, when I get human, I get, oh God, oh no, last year today I did this much. I get that way. I get Capricorn on it. And then when I'm sitting in my truth, Because you have to have a party of one at least 10, 20 minutes a day. I like 8 hours a day. But anyway, when you're sitting in it, you recognize this is an old habit. It came from this. It came from a time when it was scarce and not abundant, and that's bringing that up for me. So then I do some honest, true self-talk. Stace, you're God's baby. You're always supported. You do good. You're not greedy and mean and taking and conniving. You're not manipulating a life situation. Sit down and relax. And then you want to breathe and do something else. You have to spend time out in nature and quiet. You have to be in yourself. And do not avoid your feelings. Go into them. That's what a spiritual warrior does. They dive deep into that. They don't fill it up by getting on the phone and sitting in a crowd of people. Oh, I'm fine. Everything's cool. No, they go in. They go leave everybody alone. Who wants that burden? Leave everyone alone. Go sit down and figure you out. And then forgive yourself in that. Judging yourself and being unkind is totally missing the mark. Your entire purpose is to find joy in your life for yourself. Has nothing to do with your relationship and partnerships at all. It has to do with I'm a whole wonderful person who is pissy sometimes, awesome sometimes. Experience. Let it happen. It's divine. Everybody's not, sitting in Dalai Lama land all day. It's not natural. Even Dalai Lama isn't. Nobody is there. If they were there 100%, honey, we wouldn't even see them physically. This is why we're so dense. We're flesh. But inside this flesh, in our little meat suits, is our soul. And our spirit wants to evolve and rise up. And that is our purpose. And then things that look like horrors turn out to be, oh, had that not happened, this wouldn't happen. It's the same thing over and over. Life is moving forward. You have to go with it. So it's so much better to be wanted than had. So when we have relationships and friendships and people are disappointing us and, oh, this job let me go and I wanted to go here, let it all happen and you just be the seer of so. I'm seeing what's happening. I'm awake to it. I'm feeling it. And now I'm going to go mind my own hot business and go fix that. And that, my friends, is what it's all about. So on that note, I wish you all a blessed day and rise up, people. Bye now.